Welcome to the DEFCAM. Are Pakistan's airborne early warning aircraft approaching a critical turning point? Can a platform that has supported Pakistan Air Force operations for nearly 2 decades remain effective against rapidly evolving threats? And does a recent image from the National Aerospace Science and Technology Park reveal the beginning of a major modernization effort? A still image from a recent Pakistan Air Force promotional video has generated significant interest because it appears to show a planned structural upgrade of the Saab 2000 Erieye airborne early warning and control aircraft. Although the image does not reveal detailed technical information, it suggests modifications at several points on the aircraft, especially around the forward fuselage. Since the image was linked to the National Aerospace Science and Technology Park, it indicates that this may be part of a formal research and development effort rather than a simple concept study. While some observers immediately focused on the possibility of a new radar, others pointed toward electronic intelligence systems. However, the most realistic interpretation is that Pakistan is examining a mid-life update designed to extend the operational life and effectiveness of its primary airborne surveillance platform. The Saab 2000 Erieye remains one of the most important force multipliers in the Pakistan Air Force. Unlike fighter aircraft, airborne early warning platforms function as flying command centers. They monitor large sections of airspace, detect threats, coordinate fighter formations, guide interceptions, and provide commanders with a real-time operational picture. Their importance increases during conflict because they allow forces to monitor activity far beyond the reach of ground-based radar systems. The value of these aircraft was demonstrated during the May 2025 conflict, where airborne surveillance assets played an important role in maintaining situational awareness and supporting defensive operations. Their ability to track aircraft movements at long range contributed significantly to the effectiveness of the air defense network. However, technology continues to evolve. The Erieye radar was highly capable when it entered service, but modern threats have become increasingly challenging. New fighter aircraft feature reduced radar signatures, advanced electronic warfare systems, and longer-range weapons. At the same time, neighboring countries continue investing in sophisticated air defense networks capable of threatening high-value support aircraft operating near contested airspace. This changing environment creates a strategic challenge. The reported radar detection range of roughly 450 kilometers remains valuable for defensive missions, but future offensive operations require greater reach. Pakistan would ideally need the ability to observe deeper into hostile territory while keeping valuable airborne assets safely within its own airspace and beyond the reach of advanced air defense systems. This is where the recent image becomes particularly interesting. The visible changes around the forward fuselage could indicate the integration of electronic support measures and electronic intelligence equipment. These systems operate passively by listening to electromagnetic activity across the battlefield. Every radar, communication network, data link, and electronic transmitter produces signals that can be detected, analyzed, and classified. An advanced electronic intelligence suite would significantly improve the aircraft's understanding of the electromagnetic environment. Instead of relying entirely on radar detection, the platform could identify threats through their emissions, locate hostile systems, and create a broader operational picture. Passive detection methods are becoming increasingly important because they are often more difficult for adversaries to detect or counter. The modifications could also provide space for additional sensors, processors, cooling equipment, and mission systems required for these capabilities. Such upgrades would improve performance without immediately replacing the primary radar. Another possibility is preparation for a future radar modernization effort. The existing Erieye radar is based on active electronically scanned array technology developed many years ago. Since then, radar engineering has advanced considerably, particularly through the adoption of gallium nitride technology. Gallium nitride transmit and receive modules offer higher power output, improved efficiency, better reliability, and superior heat management. These advantages allow radar systems to detect targets at greater distances while maintaining stronger resistance against electronic countermeasures. If Pakistan eventually adopts a gallium nitride-based radar upgrade, the benefits could be substantial. Detection range could increase, tracking performance could improve, and resistance to jamming could become stronger. The aircraft could monitor a much larger battle space while remaining farther from hostile air defense systems. However, replacing an airborne radar is a complex and expensive undertaking. It requires structural modifications, power generation upgrades, cooling changes, software integration, testing, and certification. This is why many air forces prefer phased modernization programs instead of complete replacements. A midlife update would allow Pakistan to modernize communications, data links, mission computers, electronic warfare equipment, and intelligence collection capabilities while spreading costs over time. Future radar improvements could then be introduced gradually rather than through a single expensive program. This approach also aligns with Pakistan's broader defense industrial goals. In recent years, the country has placed greater emphasis on indigenous research, systems integration, software development, sensor fusion, and mission system engineering. The National Aerospace Science and Technology Park appears central to this effort. Rather than depending entirely on foreign suppliers, Pakistan is working to develop domestic capabilities that can support long-term modernization and sustainment. The recent image may only represent an early study, but it clearly suggests that planners are already preparing for the future. Whether the final outcome involves enhanced electronic intelligence systems, upgraded mission electronics, a gallium nitride radar, or a combination of these capabilities, the objective appears clear: ensuring that the Saab 2000 Erieye remains a relevant and effective asset well into the coming decades. What do you think the Pakistan Air Force should prioritize for the Saab 2000 Erieye fleet? Advanced electronic intelligence systems, a gallium nitride radar upgrade, or an entirely new airborne early warning platform? Share your thoughts in the comments and let us know what you think. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for upcoming videos.